Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave and today we're talking about the brand new Kramer Striker Series of guitars. 3 brand new guitars from Kramer, except they're kind of all just the same thing. So, yeah. Yes folks, Kramer guitars have 3 new guitars, kinda. So we'll talk about them, but first, listen. 54.6% of people who watch this channel on a recurring basis, which means you come back again and again, are not subscribed to the channel. So you keep coming back, hit that subscribe button. So listen, take a second, just move down the screen a little bit, just make sure you're subscribed, because you might not be. So just make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell and choose all notifications. I do a little show on Saturday called 3-Chord Dave Live. Do some cool things, right? We spend about 2 hours or so, sometimes more, talking about guitars, music, weather, everything. All kinds of things come up. But there's lots of cool people come and attend there. If you like guitars and you like people who are cool, come to 3-Chord Dave Live. And last Saturday we gave away a guitar as well and some other stuff. So definitely check it out. If it's not for you, you can just not go to the show. But definitely be subscribed. There's lots of benefits. So yeah, do it. Now, Kramer Striker guitars, 3 of them came out. They're all kind of the same, but there's some unusual choices they have made. So we'll talk about those, but let's just get into it first. Now, if you don't know who Kramer are, by the way, something you should know. So think about 80s guitar bands, 80s metal bands, 80s hair metal bands. You're thinking of Kramer somewhere along the way there. Think of Steel Panther, Satchel from Steel Panther. He plays a Kramer Pacer, but yeah, these aren't Pacers, these are Strikers. So anyway, these are still pretty cool though. I like them. Now, here's the thing. If you go to Kramer's website, these guitars, the Strikers, are all listed at $349. If you go to Sweetwater, there's one variant, which is the Tune-o-matic bridge version. That's $379. So that's interesting. Who's got their price right and who's got their price wrong? It's probably not Gibson. They're stupid. So yeah, Gibson owns Kramer now, by the way. And they've been bringing back Kramer guitars for the last couple of years, bringing out various models here and there, signatures and just classic runs and stuff. They're doing a great job, actually. Kramer has a really good lineup at the minute, some very cool models. And if you're a fan of Kramer guitars, you're somebody who is a fan of the brand or is a hair metal aficionado, you might really like looking into these guitars. They're very, very cool. And yeah, as I said, the lineup is cool. So check them out. And I think there's kind of something for everybody. They won't break the bank. And yeah, as I said, like these guitars, a pretty cool setup, and they're $350, which is a good price point, I think, for them to be coming in at. All 3 of the variants of this guitar have a mahogany body and a maple neck, so that's cool. They all have HSS pickups, so that's 2 single coils and a humbucking pickup, just in case you weren't sure. Yeah, they're Alnico 5 pickups, so that's great. You got a 5-way switch, so you got all the variations and tones and stuff, a master volume, a master tone. 2 of them have an Indian Laurel fretboard, where you will find 24 medium jumbo frets. You got blacked out chrome hardware all over the place, by the way. And then the other option, of course, is you have a maple fretboard on one of the variants, which we'll go into in a second as well. The differences here are a bit light, but also weird. So if you can see the guitars here, obviously some of them have a flamed maple veneer on them. There's 2 variants that have them, so the red one and the green one, or Wild Ivy as they're calling it. They come with the licensed Floyd Rose and the R2 locking nut. That's essentially the difference there. So you get red and green in that. But if you want the Epiphone Locktone Tune-o-matic bridge, because you don't want to be dive bombing all over the place, you can get that in the transparent ebony or transparent purple, which I think is going to disappoint a lot of people. I think there'll be a lot of people, for example, will want the transparent purple flame maple veneer on a Floyd Rose guitar, but you can't get that. So it's just tough. I don't know why they didn't have all 4 of those colors available in both Tune-o-matic and Floyd Rose. Would have made sense to me, but I guess red and green are more popular for Floyd Roses. Who knows? But yeah, so it's a little bit strange that they've done that. There's another model which they've also made some weird choices on, but we'll talk about that in a second. First, just if you're thinking of picking up one of these guitars, think about this. So our sponsor for today's video is guitartricks.com, and they're absolute legends over there. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring the videos over the last while. There's a link in the description, at the top of the description right there. You can get a 14-day free trial to guitartricks.com. Now listen, even if you're the most experienced guitarist in the world, you still need to practice and you still need to learn stuff, right? So it's got some handy tools and tips in there. You can, if you're a beginner, you can learn pretty much everything from scratch. So there's chord charts, there's scales, there's tuners, there's great videos, by the way. Learning new techniques and songs. If you want to learn Zeppelin or AC/DC or Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Creed. Some people want to learn Creed songs, I don't know. But you know, whoever you want to learn, they've got some great step-by-step videos. It'll get you there and make you a better guitar player. Try it out for 2 weeks for free. Just hit the link in the description below. If you do so, you're helping out the channel and you're helping out yourself by becoming a better guitar player. So if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. Hit that button in the thing. I nearly said hit the subscribe button. Do that as well. Then hit the link, get a free trial. And let's talk about this third version of the Kramer Striker. This is where I think they've gone a little bit weird, because this is the only version of the guitar that's available in left hand. So yeah, if you're a lefty, they got you covered, as long as you like solid colors, as long as they're red, purple and black, and as long as you like maple fretboards, and as long as you like Floyd Roses. So as long as those are your things that you're looking for in a guitar, yeah, you can have it. If you want the figured maple, yeah, you can't get that. And why would a left-handed person want a plain maple veneer on their guitar? I don't know. But yeah, apparently Gibson decided you don't want that. And if you don't like maple fretboards, or for some reason you just didn't want it, yeah, you can't have that as well. So if you're left-handed, your choices are limited. So sorry about that, but you shouldn't have been left-handed, according to Gibson/Kramer. Because this is what you get. It's interesting though that it's exactly the same price. They're pretty much all exactly the same specs across the board. But I like what they're doing. These Kramer guitars are pretty cool, and as I said, they've been bringing them back in a really cool fashion, like slowly releasing very cool models back into the system. I like what they're doing. I think it's interesting that they're putting specifically Epiphone lock tone bridges. Like, why not just say, hey, they're Kramer bridges on there? And I wonder, is that something that Gibson are planning to do, to put Epiphone parts on other guitar brands, or to make Epiphone parts a more kind of a desirable thing? I don't know if that's something they're working on. I know they're kind of working on pickups being more desirable, but we'll see about that. But yeah, it's interesting that they've put Epiphone branding on a Kramer guitar as well. So interesting. I like what they've done in terms of this guitar though. It's obviously going to appeal to a certain demographic, people who will want these guitars. I think, look, it's a great idea to have a Floyd Rose variant of these guitars available for like $350. People will like that. I think there'll be a lot of modding done on these. You know, I'm not sure how good those pickups are going to be. Maybe they'll be great. I'm not too sure. But look, it sounds like a great package from Kramer. If you're into hair metal or metal in general, or just kind of rocking out and looking kind of cool while you do it, this is a very cool way to do it, and it's not going to break the bank for too many folks either. So I like them. I like them a lot. I like what Gibson are doing with Kramer. And as I said, you should check out the Kramer website to see the full range there, because they are doing some very cool stuff. Let me know what you think of the Striker series though, because there is one thing I think, they just look a little bit odd. Like the horns to the top, they look, I don't know, what is it? They just look strange, do they not? Anyway, let me know what you think of them in the comment section below. And if you're going to pick one, would you pick a Locktone Tune-O-Matic version or a Floyd Rose version? Because bear in mind, probably not a very good version of Floyd Rose. But anyway, that's beside the point. Thanks again to guitartricks.com for sponsoring today's video and some recent videos as well. Make sure you hit that link, hit subscribe as well. I'll be back with another guitar video very soon. And until then, take care.